Today, we're going to look through Denny Hamlin's career and look at some of his wrecks. We're going to start off with some small incidents and build up to the worst of his career. Some of you all suggested this, and I think you'll enjoy it since it's a bit different. Anyways, if you keep finding yourself coming back to watch my videos and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you never miss a video. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Biffle. Oh, trouble, and it involves Hamlin. The championship points leader goes around, and can he save it? Caution is out. He keeps it off the wall.
Okay, we're going to need 4 tires. Come on around.
Although this is the smallest incident on the list, it may have had the biggest impact on Hamlin's career. This was the final race of the 2010 season in the midst of a great championship battle between Hamlin and Johnson. Hamlin was the points leader coming into the season finale at Homestead, and was still the points leader at the time of this spin. Hamlin would make somewhat of a recovery after it, but would only manage 14th as Jimmy Johnson would take home his 5th straight championship.
Back to his rear bumper as the 48 continues to try to take the lead from the 11. Oh! The 11 around!
The 11 goes around and the caution will come out. A restart.
And here's another heartbreaker for Hamlin. After leading 103 laps at the fall Martinsville race in 2021, the quicker Hendrick machine piloted by Alex Bowman gave Hamlin a shot into turn 4 with just 7 laps to go. Infamously, Denny Hamlin would go on to interrupt Bowman's celebration after he went on to win. Luckily for Hamlin, he still managed to make it through to the championship 4 at Phoenix.
On the front, just hang on. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Denny Hamlin and Cody Ware.
Man, day went from bad to worse for Denny Hamlin.
After a poor pit stop put Hamlin behind the 8 ball, he'd get caught up in someone else's mess. Cody Ware lost talent and his car went around. Hamlin tried to go to the inside and Ware's car barely clipped him. Ware's car acted like a can opener and shredded the right side of Hamlin's car. Hamlin went on to finish 21st, just 1 lap down.
Turn 2. Martin Truex Jr., David Reagan, and now Denny Hamlin.
I just thought Denny's day was bad.
There's Cole Witt.
A lot of damage there in the 11.
After a hard wreck in front of Hamlin, he slid right into the wounded 34 machine of David Reagan. This was during the fall 2014 race at Loudon. 2014 was a rough year for Denny Hamlin and Joe Gibbs Racing all around. In this crash, Hamlin seemed to have panicked a little too much. Honestly, if he just took a normal racing line, he would not have been involved in the incident.
He may have done something to the car, possibly a tire going down.
Hey, you see Brian Vickers in the 25 car right there.
Yep, there he goes. There he goes.
Hard in the outside wall.
Something happened to that car, that contact. I think he probably cut a tire down.
Despite Denny Hamlin going down as one of the best Martinsville drivers of all time, you would never have thought it in his first race as a full-time Cup driver. While teammate Tony Stewart went on to win the race, Denny Hamlin qualified 37th and finished 41st. Hamlin just lost a tire in this incident, and there was nothing he could really do.
That's very reminiscent of what happened here.
Oh, around
trouble.
goes Hamlin.
Oh,
and
no.
right in front of Boyer and into the wall hard goes McMurray and Jeff Gordon.
Not again. Jeff's car is destroyed.
Now we're starting to get into some of the bigger wrecks on the list. There was a restart with just 69 laps to go at Atlanta in the spring of 2015. Hamlin had to chase his car up the hill in turns 1 and 2, and finally just went sideways on the exit of the turn. Although Truex was right behind him, Hamlin just lost it all on his own. In this wreck, McMurray got into Jeff Gordon and sent him hard into the inside wall.
Denny Hamlin,
Denny
hard
Hamlin.
in the wall.
That was a hard hit for Hamlin.
Oh my, I think something happened to the car.
I think, yeah, probably a tire, if I had to guess.
He was running 5th as caution comes out at lap 221.
Man, he
4th
slammed
caution
that wall.
flag.
Again, Hamlin at Martinsville. This time, it was the spring of 2016, 10 years after his rookie crash earlier on in this list. This was just a rare mistake at the track by Hamlin. He just got into the corner too hard, and his wheels started hopping, sending him to the outside wall.
Michael Annett there slowing down to come to pit road for a pass-through penalty. Oh, it's contact for the lead. Hamlin into the wall. and collects another one. That's Junior up in turn one, I believe.
In this one, Harvick just completely misjudged Hamlin's speed and sent him into the inside wall. This was while the two were battling for the lead. This is the second can opener-like crash on the list, but this time it was Hamlin shredding the side of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
They had never won here before for Tony Stewart. Been pretty racy, top 10 for a while. We have trouble. Guys.
Close out. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Denny Hamlin in the wall, the leader. Another problem now.
You okay, Denny?
The only bad thing about leading at a plate track is the fact that you clean the racetrack. And that is what Denny Hamlin did in 2008. After showing a lot of speed, he ran over something and his tire went down, resulting in a hard impact to the outside wall.
Crash on the track.
Just
Denny
talking about
Hamlin got
Denny
airborne.
A.J. Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon, David Rudiman, Matt Kenseth all involved.
Not only did Hamlin get right rear hooked into the wall by Brad Keselowski, he got plowed by A.J. Allmendinger moments later. This contact was hard enough to send his car up into the air, but luckily it set down before he went up into the catch fence or rolled over. Not only was 2013 bad for Hamlin because of his broken back in a crash at Fontana, it was also statistically the worst season of his career. He only collected 8 top 10s in 32 races, with 8 DNFs.
This race changed on that green flag.
Hard into the wall. Denny Hamlin from the lead slams into the wall. Again, we see a right side, right front failure, and Hamlin hard into the wall.
I did not realize until making this video how many heartbreakers Hamlin and Hamlin fans have been through. Leading the Brickyard 400 with just 7 laps to go, he blew a tire and had a fiery crash. Luckily for Hamlin, he captured 7 victories in 2020. However, this was the last Brickyard 400 to date. Denny Hamlin never won the 400 and was not able to try and avenge this loss.
Hamlin, Chase Elliott. Hard impact for Denny Hamlin. That was a savage crash right at the start-finish line.
After not cutting Chase Elliott any brakes, Elliott right rear hooked Hamlin head on into the outside wall with just a handful of laps to go before halfway during the 2023 Coca-Cola 600. As a result, Hamlin was not able to go back-to-back in the 600, and Chase Elliott was suspended for a week. You could make a case for this being the worst crash of his career, or maybe the second worst, but these next two are just a little bit rougher in my opinion.
Somebody in the wall. Oh, Denny Hamlin. Wow.
God, that looked like no brakes, mate.
That was no brakes. And Denny climbing from the car.
Man.
So there's not much to say about this one. Hamlin's front brakes were no match for the hung throttle in his car. Just a nasty impact.
Hamlin edges ahead. They get it. They touch. They touch. And here comes Kyle. Hamlin, Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't.
And of course, the worst crash in Hamlin's career, in my opinion, was Hamlin's Fontana crash in 2013. After contact with Joey Logano in the last lap while battling for the win, Hamlin hit the inside wall hard. Hamlin was diagnosed with a compression fracture in his lower back. And as a result, Denny missed 4 races after the fact. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. It was a little bit different, so let me know what you thought of it down in the comments down below. In my opinion, I liked it a little bit better than just like the top 10 worst crashes of Denny Hamlin's career, so that you guys get a little bit different content and more context around some smaller incidents in his career. I don't know, that's just me thinking out loud, but let me know what you thought of it down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.